Okay. So tell me, why do we require a compiler here?
For
Why do
detecting
we?
the errors.
For detecting the errors. Okay, fine. Then, so whatever instructions we have written here, this has to be converted to your machine understanding language. And compiler is doing the process. So as a first step, what you do is you will create your source file. You will create your source file. And inside the source file, you will write your instructions. So this source file, before going to the compiler, undergoes a process called as preprocessor. Your code will do a pre-processing. So what are the functionalities of preprocessor? We will discuss in detail. You have macros there. Comments are removed from pre-processing stage. The macros expansion happens during the pre-processing stage. So there are a whole set of functionalities associated with the pre-processing stage. So once the code is pre-processed, it is given to the from the compiler, you get the after compilation. So you will give the pre-processed code to the compiler. The compiler then generates your assembly file or the object code, and then you will finally get the executable output. We will see these stages of compilation in detail. Each stage has got their own functionalities associated with it. So when I say back to the point of procedural programming language, the sequence of execution is step by step. So first step is file inclusion. Then you have defined a function by name main. Now within the main function, you have given the instructions to print a statement hello. Then you have a return statement. So the sequence of execution will be step by step. Procedural. This is the characteristics of a procedural programming language. Is that clear? So who was asking me that? Somebody was asking, oh, what was procedural?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Clear.
Shweta, is that clear?
Yes,
Shweta,
ma'am.
clear? Yeah, okay. So we discussed the features. We've discussed that C is a middle level programming language. Then we saw that it is a procedural programming language. Then we said C has modularity. Then it's a portable programming language. Yeah. Then what can you say? It has a rich set of operators. You have operators like arithmetic operators, relational operators. Yes. Then bitwise operators. Right? A whole set of operators are available with C programming language. Then you have inbuilt functions. You have a rich library of functions. You have inbuilt functions that is helping you to do your task simpler way. For example, to serve dynamic memory allocations, you have inbuilt functions such as malloc, etc. Right? Print function called, isn't it? We use printf function to display a data onto the screen. So printf is an function. Then you have scanf function to read a data. To read a data from a user, you have the scanner function. So C is supported by a rich library of inbuilt functions to do various tasks. Right? Other features.
Ma'am, what is printf?
The what is? What
Which
is?
function is written there? Printf.
Printf is used to display a data onto the screen. This just examples I'm saying, just few examples. Okay, you have printer function, scanner function. We will do all these. Printer function, you have scanner, then to handle strings, strcpy to copy one string to another, strcat concatenate. Like that, there are many inbuilt functions available to do your task, right? For dynamic memory locations, we have functions like malloc, calloc, etc. So what the advantage of using inbuilt functions is, the structure of the same is already defined. Make a call to that respective inbuilt function. That will get your task. You don't have to define a function of your own. The user defined function for the same purpose. It's just a matter of calling the function. That will get the task done. Right. So to start with, you could consider these as the main features of C programming language. Who developed C? Who developed C?
Dennis Ritchie.
Dennis Ritchie developed the C programming language. Right? Okay. Now, we'll be using code blocks IDE. Okay. To write your code, to execute your program, we'll be using code blocks. Have you heard of code blocks before, or have you worked with code blocks to create your source file and run the code? Have you used code blocks? Have you used code blocks before? Is anybody having code blocks with you right now? Do you have this? Code blocks and IDE. IDE means what? What is IDE? What is IDE? What do you mean by IDE? Integrated, yes, development environment. So this code blocks will support you to write your code, that is create your source file, execute your code. So I'll just help you out with downloading and installing code blocks. So please let me know, is anybody having code blocks with you? Please let me know your response in chat box. Please let me know your, okay, Rohit, you have, Avinash not have. No. Okay. Okay. So your official website of code blocks. You can visit the official website of code blocks. I'll share this link in the chat box. I've shared the link in the chat box. You can visit the site. And you have downloads here. Go to downloads. Download the binary release. So here, whichever your system is, whichever your OS is, select the same, and whichever is compatible for you, you can download the source and download and just install it. Right? I have shared. Please try to install your software. Please try to install your code block. Please install your code blocks. I have shared the link. Please go ahead and install code blocks. Let me know if you have installed, if you're ready with your code blocks. I hope you received the link. I'll just show you how to work with the code blocks. So this is our working environment.
Ma'am, share your screen, please.
Yes, yes. I'll just close and I'll start it again. So have installed your code blocks. You can start with. So this is the working code blocks. To get started with, go to file. So first step, as I told you, it's creating your source file. You have to create your source file wherein you will be writing code. So go to file here, open empty file. Go to file, open an empty file. Then save your file. To save your file, since we are working with C programming language, whatever file name you use, it should have an extension of C, right? We are working with C programming language, so the source file should have an extension of C. So I have created a file by name first, and I have given the extension of .c. My file. Now this is the edit. This is the editor wherein you can type your code. So I'll just type this program. Explain these what these are, hash include and things. This is just a demo for you to familiarize with the code block. So I will include the header. Return a code here. Don't worry about what these sections are doing. This is just to familiarize working with the code block. So I have created my source file. I have created the code. I have added the code here. I'll save my file. Execute this script, I will hit this build and run button. To execute my code, I will hit the build and run button. So if there are no errors, syntactical and logical issues, I could see my output here. So can you see hello displayed here? So I have a printf statement. So printf means to display a data onto the screen. And I have given the statement as hello. So this program is expected to print a statement hello to the screen. So I have run the code. There are no errors. So I got the output as hello printed onto the screen. Right? Suppose if there are any syntactical issues, that is, we'll see detail. Semicolon in C is marking the end of a statement. So I have removed the semicolon here. Suppose accidentally I am removing semicolon from any particular line. I'll run the code. Now I'll not get an output here. Can you see a red mark that is, you see this popped up here in line number?
Yes.
This marks an error. And you have the detailed error message that is displayed here. You could say, what is it saying? Error. Expected semicolon before return. Right? Line number 5, it marked an error and the error message says that it is expected a semicolon before return statement. So how to fix this error? Go to your program, go to your editor, put a semicolon as suggested. Again, you run the code. How do you run? Hit the build and run button. Now you have fixed the error and you are getting the expected output. This is how you will be working with the code plugs. Create a source file, edit the code, write the code. There are no errors, you will get the expected output. If there are any error messages, as shown, it will come with a red mark that indicates some issues with your code. You will have to fix this in, and a detailed error message will also be given. Yes. So are you all able to install code blocks? Yes. Meta, what is the issue? Meta, what is the issue? Okay, fine, Shweta. What about the others? Yes, I will. So you have this link. Yes, Avindash, I'll show you again. So this is your code blocks. When you click on the what I have shared, this is your code blocks website. From here, you have downloads option. Okay, go to downloads. And then you have download the binary release. If you're working with Windows, click on Windows. And if it is your 32-bit system, you could download it from sourceforge.net or anything, force up, either is fine. Download file and then install the same. What about Hitesh, Pooja? How many of you have installed or do you need more time? You need more time? Okay, okay, fine. Yeah. Let me know if you all are ready with code blocks. Just you can hit the download here. I've already downloaded. So this is for 64. So download the latest version and install it. Install. Have you installed? Still downloading? Okay. Okay, so let's do one thing. You can be ready with code blocks for tomorrow. Okay. Download the same and get your software installed and be ready with the software tomorrow. Still download. Okay. It might take little time. Okay, so the technical part we will continue from tomorrow. Okay, the programming, because I want you to execute the code, verify the output yourself, right? Because simply explaining the syntax and going will not work. I want you to have good hands-on as well. So for the same, the code blocks is essential. Simply if I explain the program, if I explain the concept, that will not work well. I want you also to code along with me, do the experiments along with me, verify the output. For 64-bit, it is, you have min GW W64. You have the option here. At the bottom, see, let me go back. You have min GW W64 project that is coming along with the compiler. So you can go with that for 64-bit, for 32-bit as well, it works. So download the same, install code blocks, be ready with code blocks for tomorrow. All right, get your softwares installed and be ready. If you face any issues in installing the software, you can check with the IT. Okay, you can check with SEMA, connect you with the IT team. They will help you with that, right? But this is not a big hurdle. Just have to download it and just run the executable file. It will get it installed. But in case if anybody is facing issue with the installation for the same,